All right, guys, welcome back to another episode. It's Aquarius Water 444 on Spotify. Follow my TikTok Rebellious One. Be like no one on TikTok. YouTube Rebellious One. Boy, do I have something to show and tell you guys. Donald Trump just said if he gets hit, taken out to obliterate Iran, I'm not going to even waste your time. Let's jump right into it, man. Let's get right into it.
Thank you very much. We had a busy day. We're dealing with lots of different people and lots of different things. We had some terrific people in today and trying to solve some of the problems that are going on in the country and outside of the country. We're doing very well with respect to other countries really behaving.
Y'all don't see something ain't right? Y'all can't see something ain't right? Something is off. Not to mention, why in the hell do we have very, 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 very old people running our country? Joe Biden was about what, 82? Donald Trump is what, 78? Like, why we can't get someone 40, 50 years old to run our country? Why are we getting people that's 1,000+ years old? Like, what kind of script or assignment they're running off of that keeps allowing someone so old at the end of their ropes? And as old as he is, no offense, with all the money and power you have in the world, all the billions, you could take care of your family, Mar-a-Lago, so much things you got going on, your own land, all that. You could live comfortably, live the best rest of your life like there's no tomorrow. What you need to be president for? Have you ever thought of that? Like, what the hell you need to be president for? What do you need this presidency for? Elon Musk is young. Guy is 50 years old. He's in that White House doing something. I don't know if he's going to just stab Trump right in the back, deceive and manipulate Trump in some weird way. Remember, they said an oligarchy is taking shape. And that's bad. It's not good. It's the wealth, the rich taking over the world. It's the rich taking over. That's what that means.
On taking the criminals that they sent into our country, and we're getting them out. These are some of the worst people on earth, and they're getting out and they're being accepted back in their countries, as you've heard, without exception. So a lot of people thought that was not going to happen, but it's happening very full force. And we're getting some very, very dangerous people out of our country, which is very important. Will, perhaps we'll go through the first one, please.
Yes, sir. So earlier today, before the press came in, you signed a commission appointing Chris Wright to be your next Secretary of Energy. We have another commission prepared for your signature, sir. This is Doug Collins to be Secretary of the VA, Doug Collins of Georgia.
Two very good men. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Next up, in light of numerous actions taken by a number of bodies of the United Nations, which exhibit a deep anti-American bias, we have an executive order prepared for your attention that would withdraw the United States from the UN Human Rights Council, would withdraw the United States from the UNRWA, which is a refugee organization, and would also review American involvement in UNESCO, which has also exhibited anti-American bias. More generally, the executive order calls for a review of American involvement and funding in the UN in light of the wild disparities in levels of funding among different countries that, as you've expressed previously, is deeply unfair to the United States.
So I've always felt that the UN has tremendous potential. It's not living up to that potential right now. It really isn't, hasn't for a long time. It has, there are great hopes for it, but It's not being well run, to be honest, and
Yes,
they're
that
not
hasn't
doing
been for a long
the
time.
job. A lot of these conflicts that we're working on should be settled, or at least we should have some help.
See, he does do some good things, but then that's the deception of the bad that he does also. Okay? And he have Abraham Lincoln in the back. And I think that's right there, if you pay attention in the back. That's Rosa Parks. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm wrong. All right? There's a huge deception going on, and something is just extremely weird. And this is why it's so good to just focus and pay attention, because this is weird. This is just completely awkward what's going on. Like, the uncomfortability of what's going on in our world and our country is disastrous. And not to mention, you are seeing things take place as fire is erupting throughout the world. Things are crashing, burning. Okay? SEPTA, the SEPTA train just crashed with 350 people injured on it. Ladies and gentlemen, like, something is happening. 2 planes just crashed. One in Kansas and one in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas Chiefs are about to play. Those were the plane crashes. Like, you have to pay attention, man. These podcasts and these contents that's coming out to you, these are very, very, very important. Shit is going down. This is serious stuff, man. This is not no joke, man. So I'm bringing the content to you, man. Things are not no joke.
Help in settling them. We never seem to get help. That should be the primary purpose of the UN, the United Nations. And again, it's got great potential, and based on the potential, we'll continue to go along with it. But they got to get their act together.
What would they need to do to get their act together?
Well, you got to be fair to countries that deserve fairness. They have some countries, as you know, that are outliers, that are very bad, and they're being almost preferred as countries to those that do their job and are doing a good job. And they have to really, they're going to end up losing a lot of countries. They're going to end up losing their credibility like other organizations, and then they're going to be nothing. The potential of the United Nations, and not everybody agrees with me on this, the potential of the United Nations is fantastic if properly run.
Remember when Joe Biden left the office? He said an oligarchy is taking shape. He is right. And it begins with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. I see it. I feel it. The White House is about to come the centerpiece. It's about to be the most must-see thing on the face of the planet. I'm telling you right now. The White House is about to be the must-see sight on the planet. You talking about Kai Cenat? You talking about iShow Speed? I'm talking about the White House. Because the stuff that's about to go down and go in there, you think you're living in a movie. The chaos, the collision that is about to erupt on Earth is rulership. And let me tell you something. If you're not rich now, game over. Ain't none of us rich. We're about to see some shit. The power and the corruption, the mentality of these people, what they're about to do. Oh my God.
So we'll see what happens.
How much money are you willing to take away from them?
Well, we're taking away a little bit, but we're not looking to take away money. This is so important that we're really, as you know, the United Nations is largely funded by.
Yeah, it's about control. It's about power. And that's what they want. control, and power. Don't be deceived, people. Don't be deceived. Because there's a lot going on more than you think behind the scenes, man. When Joe Biden was in office, you didn't see him sign and do anything. These things that oh my God. It's good things and bad things, but what's coming is bad. It's bad. I can see it. I can feel it. The way this world is about to feel and be miserable, things may look good at first, but it's going to start coming down. Watch.
By us. But, and it shouldn't be. It should be funded by everybody. But we're disproportionate, as we always seem to be. But it's something that if it ever lived up to the potential, in 10 minutes it would make up the difference. That's the kind of power it
You're not
could
living
have.
to what they
Right
believe
now, it
and what they
doesn't have
stand
that
for.
power.
Next, sir, this is a
You're not
national
progressing.
security presidential memorandum that seeks to impose maximum pressure on the government of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Many of these provisions are similar to actions that your administration took during your first administration. The basic idea here is to have every department and agency, or many departments and agencies in your government attempt to sanction and control Iranian activities, particularly relating to the Iranian nuclear program and the Iranian export of terrorism through support of various proxy groups abroad. And the intent here is to give you all of the possible tools to, I'd say, engage with the Iranian government to ensure that going forward they're less of a malign actor on the world stage.
So this is one that I'm torn about. Everybody wants me to sign it. I'll do that. It's very tough on Iran. It's what we had before. We would have never had the problem. You would have never had October 7th. We would have never had the problem had the election gone a different way, which it should have. But this one, I think, more than made up for it. I think we're doing things that it shows that more than made up for it, much more historic. The Iran situation, hopefully, I'm going to sign it, but hopefully we're not going to have to use it very much. We will see whether or not we can arrange or work out a deal with Iran and everybody can live together. And maybe that's possible and maybe it's not possible. So
I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work, y'all. I don't think it was going to work. And I'm going to say this. Elon Musk plays a huge role in this in the coming days, in the coming times that we're in. Plays a huge role, huge factor in this. Richest man on earth. He plays a huge factor in this. And y'all never seen something so careless. These two, Elon and Trump, these ferocious, fierce leaders, the power that they're going to have and the control that they're going to have on this earth, you'll be begging for Jesus to return. Ain't nobody will be able to stop these two except God, except Jesus. I'm telling you, I see something coming and I see it's dark. I had this vision. This is one of the visions that I had. I predicted Antichrist Trump, Antichrist Elon. But also, I seen ruler. Trump is a ruler, and so is Elon. And that oligarchy proves it all, proves my vision to be right. We are in for some shit. And this is something, history repeats itself. And this is bad, man. And it's happening at the most unprecedented time. Rich is about to rule over the poor. We are about to become puppets in this game. You thought we were puppets before. Well, we're really going to be puppets now.
I'm signing this and I'm unhappy to do it, but I really have not so much choice because we have to be strong and firm. And I hope that it's not going to have to be used in any great measure at all. It'd be great if we could have a Middle East and maybe a world at total peace Right now, you don't have that. When I left, you had peace all over the world, and now you have the world is blowing up.
Yep, that's true.
As you know, BB is coming in to see me later. Others are coming in to see me. We'll see what we can do. But I'm signing this, and hopefully it will be a document which won't be very important, will hardly have to be used.
BB has been Netanyahu. Bin Netanyahu. It's coming. Things are going to erupt, people. Things are not going to get, they're not going to get along for too long. Things are going to happen biblically. Prophecy is being foretold right in front of our face. They're not going to get along for too long because power and control absolutely corrupts the mind. And there's going to be backstabbers that happen. We are pawns in their world and in this game. The wealthy, the rich, we're pawns in this game with these people, man. This man has used that magic marker to sign so many things into law. Before Joe Biden left office, he signed about 50 bills into law. I don't know. He signed probably way over 50. The way this world is about to operate and run, it might feel good. It might looks good. But it's bad. Bad is coming. Chaos is coming. I don't care what you feel. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you've been told. We've been seeing chaos happen all over. There's people that is angry. There's people that's not going to want to settle, be okay with things. Once one do it, the others are going to react and want to do the same. I'm telling you, man, we in some shit. We in some shit. And time is about to tell everything. That's all you need to know, man. Time is about to tell everything, man. Time is about to tell. Trump have to be strong and firm on Iran. You better. Has to. Unfortunately. Come on. Did you not see the attacks that were happening in the beginning? With the Tesla car, with the hotels. Okay? These are signs. These are signals. We as the people, we are pawns in their game, man. It's the rich and we are the pawns. Simple.
So what kind of deal would you be prepared to
Well,
make
we're going to
with Iran?
see. I mean, we're going to see. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. With me, it's very simple. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. We don't want to be tough on Iran. We don't want to be tough on anybody, but they just can't have a nuclear weapon.
Mr. President, are you going to engage in conversations with your counterpart in Iran?
I would.
Do you want to block the sale of Iranian oil to other nations?
Well, we have the right to do that. And that's what I did before. And they had no money. They wouldn't have had the money for Hamas or Hezbollah or anybody else. It could have been solved. This thing, it just, if things went the way they should have, this would have been over long ago. But it's not over.
How close do you think Iran is to developing nuclear weapons?
I think they're close. They're too close. But again, you could go back 4 years. I would have said they would have had it during this intervening period. But they're pretty close, Peter.
And why is Iran happy to sign it if it's Iran and their proxies who have threatened to retaliate against you and your team by killing you guys for taking out Soleimani?
Well, they haven't done that. And that would be a terrible thing for them to do. Not because of me. If they did that, they would be obliterated. That'd be the end. I've left instructions. If they do it, they get obliterated. There won't be anything left. And they shouldn't be able to do it. And Biden should have said that, but he never did. I don't know why. Lack of intelligence, perhaps.
Dang, they stay be coming at Joe Biden. I ain't gonna lie, Joe Biden doesn't have a brain. When Joe Biden talks, it feels like he's sleeping for 20 to 30,000 years. Not to mention, ladies and gentlemen, he said, and the reporter asks, what happens if basically you get assassinated? They better not make that happen. They better not try that. They better not do that. Because if you do, guess what happens? Your whole country is obliterated. You're done for. So dang, it goes to show you, if you take out this one person, him, I keep telling you, this is Armageddon. When you pay attention to when he's talking about Iran, what he's doing with Israel, how he wants to own Canada and Greenland, you know, Donald, you're dealing with very powerful men, man. The oligarchy that is taking shape. A lot of you people can't see that through, but it's about control and it's about power and leadership. And power absolutely corrupts and control the minds. Something is going to happen. And innocent people are going to lose their lives. And the Bible, it tells you half of America will be obliterated. So all the people you see doing TikTok trends and dancing, all the people you see living a so-called best life, man, I hope to God I'm raptured up before any of this take place, anything of these type of events happen. You're not going to want to be here, man. You're not going to want to be here and see this. This is nasty. This will be nasty. What's coming to America and what's going to happen in America will be nasty all over the world. Because these rich men, you get rid of him, you take them out, it's game over, man. World War III, Armageddon, all that. It's coming. But this is the beginning stages. This is the birth pains. This is just the beginning. We are at the peak. We haven't really getting started. Everything is getting set up. Remember, those peace treaties are coming into play now with Iran. Making a peace treaty with Iran. Making a peace treaty with Israel. Okay? There's other nations that's going to have peace treaties to make sure they're safe, they have peace. Things are going to get broken. So we're going to see a lot happen, man. And I'm telling you, boy, time is ticking. A lot of people have been saying things, hearing things. People have been in fear. Listen, if you feel something ain't right, it's not you, man. That's God talking within you. That's God warning you. That's God putting that fear in you and telling you, pay attention. Get right. Or time is up. Get right with me. Or time is up. Pay attention. Listen to what those people are talking about. Listen to what those people are saying. And at the same time, get right with me, man. Because game over. I'm at the front door. Are you ready? Because you see the evil and the weirdness getting ready to take shape, and the peace that's the so-called peace that's coming to America. It ain't real peace. It's not real peace. Control and rulership is going to be happening at the same time. Eliminating certain people at the same time is going to be happening. Oh, y'all don't hear me. Oh, God, man. I don't know, man. Yo.
But he never said it. If that happens to a leader or close to a leader, frankly, if you had other people involved also, you would call for total obliteration of a state that did it. That would include Iran. So I'm signing this, and it's a very powerful document, but hopefully we're not going to have to use it.
Mr. President, if the Prime Minister today were to ask your help in striking at Iran's nuclear facilities to prevent the kind of progress towards a nuclear weapon, would you give him the green light? Either to do it himself or for the U.S. to participate with him?
Remember, he is a businessman. He is a businessman. This right here, this man, Donald Trump, is a businessman. And I'm telling you, y'all, we going to see shit happen in this world like you ain't never been before. I don't know where people was living at. Maybe people was living up the rock. But the hottest trend and the hottest topic right now is Donald Trump. The hottest trend and the hottest topic right now in the world is Elon Musk and Donald Trump. The two same men that I've been talking about for years are the hottest things in the world today. Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. The richest man in the world, $400 billion. Donald Trump, his charisma, his influence, his charm, his wit. Just him, a leader, courageous, bold, fearless, strong, powerful. Elon, smart, devious, powerful, genius. We are in for a ride, ladies and gentlemen. You don't understand. We are in for a ride. You're not getting it. You're going to see in due time what I'm talking about. You're going to see in due time. These are two powerful people. And it's going to come to the point where they have the world in the palm of their hand. Trust me, that time coming. America is going to be one of the best. I'm telling you, we listen, man.
I don't know that that's what he's going to be asking for. I have no idea that it is. You're telling me. We're going to have a pretty long meeting. We're going to be discussing a lot of things, not only that, but a lot of things. And I'll let you know if the time comes to let you know.
America is getting back strong because of the wealthy and the rich, because of the people like Elon and Donald Trump. They're about to take over this whole world. Those are going to be the two rulers of the world. They're taking over. I'm trying to tell you.
No, but right now, that's not something that I can discuss.
Mr. President, when you said if they do it, they get obliterated. Just to be clear, you're talking about if Iran made an attempt on your life.
Yeah. That would be called total obliteration. And
basically, if Iran tries to basically take him out, so basically all the people that try to take him out, he's basically saying Iran was doing that. So if Iran does it again, he is going to obliterate the whole country, annihilate them off the planet. And I believe him. I'm telling you, the oligarchy. This is not no game, folks. This is not a joke, folks. We are in the end times, and we are seeing the alignment and the steps that's moving towards that. This is serious. This is not a game, and this is not a joke. Pay attention.
I can't imagine they do that. It should have been stated
See,
by.
he's nice. Donald Trump is a nice person. You see him as a nice person, right? But every nice person, when it comes down to business and taking care of business, we are ferocious. And we're going to do what's best. And if that's the play I got to call to make happen, then that's the place I got to call to make happen. See, it's one thing to show your true colors. But a thing about a person who are real leaders, they show their good qualities. But when you get on the wrong side of those qualities, they're going to show you how ferocious they are. Right? That's why I say good is just as bad as evil, but good is worse because you just never know when it's coming. And that's what makes it scary. Evil, you see it close up.
Biden, but he didn't state it because he had no clue, as you know, as everybody knows.
What is your vision actually for relationship
Do you have
with
anything
Iran?
else?
No, that's all we have.
My vision for
For a
what?
relationship with Iran, and would you?
I'd love to have a good relationship with everybody. They can't have a nuclear weapon. That was the only thing that was very important. They can't have a nuclear weapon. Beyond that, it would be very tough if they insist on doing that. They have some of their leadership, I can tell you right now, and maybe you know it, maybe you don't, but there are many people at the top ranks of Iran that do not want to have a nuclear weapon just for that very reason.
Tell you, man, the stuff that you hear is being talked about in this world and on the news tells you everything you need to know, my friend. Not to mention, the richest man has a place in the White House, $400 billion. Changes are happening. Change is coming. It's good and bad. The end is here. We at the front. We are at the front, baby. Are you ready? Because the format has been laid. Get ready. End times is here. Guys, make sure you follow me on TikTok, Rebellious, Be Like No One. And make sure you follow me on YouTube, Rebellious One. Follow me. Watch all my content. Hear everything I speak about and talk about. I appreciate everybody who supports me, joins me, watch me. Make sure you follow the podcast. More importantly, make sure you follow the podcast. And make sure you follow my platforms. TikTok, Rebellious, Be Like No One. YouTube, Rebellious One. And follow the podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Stay alert, stay prepared, because it's time to lock in. It's time to focus. Things are happening.